Hello and welcome to another edition of Tech Bytes with Ron Nutter. In this video, we're going to talk about Google Project Fi. What is Google Project Fi, the equipment that's supported, how to get into Project Fi, how the billing's going to work, and then what's next. Project Fi is basically Google becoming an MVNO, or Mobile Virtual Network Operator. They get to use a carrier's network, but they don't have to buy all the hardware and put all the infrastructure in that a carrier will. Google's doing this in a different way. There's other MVNOs out there. You've got Republic Wireless, you've got Boost Mobile. These are all single carrier solutions. Google's doing it one step better. They're taking two carriers, Sprint and T-Mobile, and leveraging open Wi-Fi. They're going to use VoIP over LTE. So if they first will look for open Wi-Fi, and how do they find out about that? Well, I'm sure they've got an algorithm in their phone that's going to scan for that. But more importantly, remember all those Google cars that were running around all over the country taking fresh pictures for Google Earth? And remember the stories they got when they got caught with mapping some information about Wi-Fi access points? That's where they got some of that information, I bet you. So when they go to use Wi-Fi for VoIP, they're going to build a VPN so that the VoIP call is secure. Nothing has been said at this point if they're going to do this with the data over Wi-Fi. Time will tell. And they're only going to do open Wi-Fi at this point for the VoIP calls. The interesting thing is this is a special SIM that they have come up with, so it allows them to roam between carriers, and the handoff between carriers or with open Wi-Fi is supposed to be very seamless. So if you take what Republic Wireless has done and Google builds upon that, then I think we pretty much have an idea of what to expect. Now, the supported equipment, Google has been criticized at this point for only going with the Nexus 6, but look at the Nexus 6. It's the Android reference phone. It does require a special SIM to operate, like I talked about, but again, look at the specs. The Nexus 6 is not your parents' cell phone. It is a data device. Look at the data specs for this. This thing has more LTE support in it than any other phone I've been able to find. So even though right now the service is United States only, I'd say you'll probably find that it's going to be in Canada sometime after that, and they'll eventually go worldwide, because with partnering with T-Mobile and hence Deutsche Telekom, they're going to have worldwide access. And if they do strictly LTE, which is not just a CDMA service, it's not just GSM, it is a data service, this phone can go virtually anywhere. There's been rumors about a new Nexus 5. That's unfounded at this point. They may be able to take the current Nexus 5 that's out there and change the SIM and get it to work. That's all unknown. Right now, Google is all in with the Nexus 6. You have the option, once you get your invite, of getting the Nexus 6 outright or paying it off over a period of 24 months with a no-interest payment option that you'll be offered. Now, how to get into Project Fi? It's by invite only at this point. You will go to fi.google.com/signup. It does require a gmail.com address. If you don't have one, spend the 30 seconds and go create one. Even if your email domain, like mine, networkref.com, is hosted by Google, and I've had no problem since they've done that, they right now will only accept invites requests from a gmail.com address. So go get one, and it's 30 seconds. How the billing works. Now, no surprise here, they're going to use Google Wallet to do that with. The service is going to go for $20 a month for unlimited voice and text and $10 per gig of data. Now, you can decide up front if you want 3 gigs, 5 gigs, 10 gigs. It's up to you. But here's the kicker. The unused data that you've been charged for is refunded at the end of the month. Now, if it's unclear at this point based on the released information if it's going to be in that calendar month, or you may have to wait till the next month. Unknown. Google's, I'm sure, got that well under hand. And if you don't have a Google Wallet account, go ahead and download the app and get the account created so you're one step ahead of the game. Now, what's next? I've requested the invite, and I'm 2 days away from 30 days. They have been a little slow from the reports that I've been seeing on the invites coming out. So it may take a little longer than that. Google's going to do it when Google's ready to start ramping up the service. There is an app out already for you to watch your usage on Project Fi. people with the Nexus 6 have been able to download it but have not been able to get it to work. I think that app is probably looking for that special dual cell carrier SIM to work in. Now, what's going to happen is when I'll do an update when I get my invite, when I get my Nexus 6, when I start using the service, I'll do an unboxing, all that, just for those of you who haven't seen the Nexus 6 and want to see what the display is going to look like with Project Fi. We'll be doing that. So until next time, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And for more, you can go to my website at ronnutter.com. And if you want to subscribe to my email list, which I promise I do not sell your account information, and I will try to keep the emails down to a minimum, probably a couple a week as a general rule. And I'll be glad to keep you informed as more things come out. And if you want to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please do so. Thank you for your time.